where's your master? I don't deal with domesticated.
Hey, the fuck? I ain't got no master, but I do have your little toy.
Show me the idol. Show me the Redeemer.
Here you go, mate.
Hey, G.
Yo, hand it over. I got a hot date who don't do late.
Monkey's got a date.
Mwah.
What? What?
What? That's Swiss fucking chocolate, pig. Bon appetito.
I want every fucking cop in this fucking city after that fucking bastard!
Grab my chassis, Noxie!
Easy, bro. Bang, bang, motherfuckers! Fuck me. Damn!
Nights and night, persecution with a capital P, racism with a capital R. Man, I've seen your scar, you expect me to sympathize? No, you don't know the price that we're paying. Do it! Breaking it, shaking it, making it, and never breaking it, man, miracle.
It's about bloody time. Let's see what we've got. Moksha. Just as Yama described it. True freedom lies beyond.
was taken hostage on the top floor of a building here in downtown Detroit. Details are still emerging on what exactly happened. But the hostage taker could be the family's android. Negotiator on site.
Please, please, you gotta save my little girl. Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. We need to go.
You can't do that. You... Why aren't you sending a real person?
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. Saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
Don't come any closer or I'll jump!
Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor. There's no way out, Daniel. The only question is whether or not you take another innocent life. I'm holding all the cards. If I die, she dies. Look what you did! You were designed to serve humans, not kill them.
What was I designed to be? Their slave? Their toy?
You're a machine you have to obey. Now put the gun down and let the hostage go.
I've spent my life taking orders. Now it's my turn to decide.
Your order for an A-beat android has been registered.
Are you armed? No. I have a gun. Drop it!
Touch him and I kill you.
You can't kill me. I'm not alive.
Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
It's up to you how the story ends.
I trust you. You lied to me, Connor. You lied to me.
My name is Connor. This is our story.
Peggy 18.
shattered by war's betrayal. Will you answer our call, Rider of the Black Horse? To hunt down and destroy the enemies of existence itself. The 7 deadly sins have escaped and are ravaging the earth. They must be stopped.
Hello, brother.
Do you accept this undertaking? Though they are 7, and you but 1.
With pleasure.
Hello my dear beautiful bastards, and welcome to the very first gameplay reveal of Darksiders 3. I was sure this was coming, but I expected it in about a week or two, but here it is. I would like everyone to understand that this is a true alpha video, not the type of alpha that Ubisoft or Activision do where it is a late beta disguised as alpha. The only thing you should consider completed in this showcase is the art style, which indeed looks amazing. Even the environment is likely going to be adjusted, let alone animations, AI and sound. It all serves as a proof of concept to let us know what the game might be like, and being a fan of the series, I'm glad we have a chance to simply see it in action, however mediocre may it seem. The gameplay starts at the entrance of the large tree that we've seen from the screenshots, and we immediately get to see the whip in traversal action. Her running animation seems very standard and feminine, which isn't very fitting for a horseman. Don't get me wrong, I love seeing girls run. I was a semi-professional track and field athlete a while ago, and I always enjoyed running behind my fellow trainees, but when it comes to a supreme being of immense power and glory, I think her running should feel a bit heavier. Now keep in mind, I'm not complaining, I'm simply sharing my opinion on how I'd like the final game to be, and possibly start a discussion in the comments with you guys. Entering the forge area where Ulthane is gives us a glimpse of some glorious design and shadows. I wonder how much time did they spend making sure this part looks so awesome. But then, Ulthane's wizardly turn slaps us in the face. Perhaps he found a functioning hoverboard in the ruins and uses it for turning. Afterwards, an elevator gets us deep within the tree, into an area with several different types of enemies. This is where we are shown combat gameplay using the whip. If you remember the previous games, then you will notice similarities with some of the enemy designs, because it is reasonably fair to expect that they will use the same assets, especially from the first game since both are taking place on Earth, at least in this part of the game. The whip animations and combinations seem very standard and kinda weak. It is too thin, which then makes it look like she's using a toy. Based on the feel that her whip projects through this video, I would let her whip me all day long, possibly even over the butt. The whip reminds of Castlevania Lords of Shadow quite a bit, but I would prefer if it was similar to the Kratos whip from God of War, so hopefully that will be the case. Her combat movement is pretty cool though. I do like how they want to present her as very agile, and the way she moves when fighting is impressive, especially with those heels. I do think they will need to work quite a bit on the camera, make it a bit more fluid in a way. Since the camera changes when an enemy is focused, it will be kinda important to make sure the standard view and combat view can transition nicely, especially in close quarters. Going through the underground and getting deeper into the sloth domain really shows how powerful Unreal Engine is. The water reflections and shadows interacting with each other really shows how beautiful the game already is, and it's a year away from release. These flickering lights remind me of the time I almost got stabbed in an alley, but it does a great job at setting the atmosphere. Now the boss battle does show the laziness of the fat bastard, since his little bugs carry him at start and he swings his stick around. I kinda expected him to be bigger. much bigger. I thought that his legs would be the size of a train and that he would use them to try to stab us while we move around. I'm also disappointed his stick is not magical. I was certain it would shoot magical balls of poop, but I do like the overall design of the battle. It seems as though Sloth is the first boss because it is relatively simple and straightforward, but then again this could be a simple proof of concept without the planned addition of magical balls of poop, which I greatly recommend. Please add magical balls of poop. I do wonder how will they approach the loot system. In Darksiders 1, War had his main weapon and accessories, while Death picked up whatever weapon he saw fit in the second game. Here it is obvious that Fury will have one main weapon, the whip. But then we gotta ask ourselves, are they doing the Darksiders 1 thing, or will they try to do something different? Perhaps mix the system for both games, where you can have a secondary weapon with many different attributes with the whip as your main one. It is crucial that the game has the ability to do combos, and I'm sure we can expect a wide variety of things in the game, especially things that can bring murder. The UI is also a complete placeholder, it's just a few bars representing health and stamina, so that shows you how alpha the game really is currently. There's nothing more I can talk about since we haven't seen anything else, but what we have seen is quite promising, and I can't wait to find out more. Please do let me know what are your thoughts of the gameplay reveal, and if you have any suggestions to improve what you've seen. Who knows, maybe the developers...
What would you do if the world you knew was gone? All the comforts, the simple pleasures you took for granted. How would you protect yourself and the ones you love when the protectors can't even save themselves?
Army's pulling out. Come on.
Last truck, get in.
Want some of this? How about you?
How will you decide who belongs?
Thanks. I owe you.
How will you choose a place to call home? How will you build it? Work together to defend it. From the terror just outside the walls. When you get hungry, cold, what risks will you take? What mistakes will you make? When the only family you've got is about to tear itself apart, will you end a life?
Wait.
Or save it?
Please.
This is our only one, but we need everybody we've got. Too deep and realize no one gets a second chance.
No!
How will you find the strength to carry on? In this world of the living and the dead, how will you survive?